Hello and thank you for joining me again. My name is Jonny Labey and welcome to Know Your Type. I'm sat in probably the most alien scenario that I've ever been in. Like, this world couldn't be further from my own. But I'm sat with Phil Tomkins, who is Managing Director of Accenture, who is a company that is basically like a business enabler in terms of like technology for huge corporations. You've got a lot on your plate. Thank you for joining me.
No problem, Johnny.
So you run quite a, tight ship in terms of talking to big clients and everything. How do you manage? It's obviously a very stressful job. How do you manage in terms of diabetes and having the long days and having all that responsibility placed on your shoulders?
It's fair to say that diabetes doesn't impact my day-to-day work.
Did you think that it would when you first got diagnosed?
Yeah, I thought I would be constantly pricking my finger to see what my blood level was, constantly thinking about what I'm eating, with the activity that I'm doing. I quickly realised that, I can live a normal life.
How long did that take you to?
I'd say 6 months. I had periods after that where I kind of realised I've got this life-threatening illness, and if I get this wrong, I'm going to die. And, kind of dark days when I really worried about where this was going to take me. I've got 3 very young kids at home. It's stressful when I get home.
Are they involved in it? Do you?
Yeah,
very much. They help you out.
Well, now they're kind of 5, 4 and 2, and now they're bored with it. And
they're bored.
They go, Daddy's doing his medicine,
and
kind of, Daddy, Daddy, you've got blood on your finger, and it's kind of, okay.
In terms of the cause, do you think? Because I got diagnosed at sort of around about exam times.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of stress in your job and sort of managing that. Do you think that at 30 odd It was the amount of all of that maybe led to the condition? Obviously, there's no telling, but
I would say I've tried to invent lots of wonderful reasons why I've got type 1 diabetes. I blamed it on, as the months and the years passed, I've targeted it down to, many different things. But I've just got to respect. I quickly realised that this is me. It came to me as a bolt out of the blue when I was 30 years old. It was kind of really impacting my life, and I became very prone to fungal infections because I was excreting sugar through my sweat. And I went to the doctor. They said, "Okay, here's some sticks. We on the stick. If it goes purple, come in and let us know immediately." Yeah. I weed on it that night, and it went black. And I phoned them up and I said, "So what do I do if this stick goes black?" And they were
it's not purple. Yeah.
No, it was black.
Yeah,
and it was like into accident and emergency. So I spent 3 days in the hospital.
So just trying to make it sort of relatable to someone that might be watching or be in a similar position to yourself. Whether it's the age that you got diagnosed, or whether it's the sort of responsibilities that you might have, and being in a 9 till 6 job. What sort of advice or things would you say to someone that might be in a similar position to you?
Always take your testing meter with you wherever you go. I went through a phase of thinking I don't need it, and it's kind of I'll do it once in the morning.
Go rogue.
Go rogue. But there's points in the day because stress impacts my levels, and so if I have a very stressful meter, my levels can dip. And so having my testing meter there, just having it with me, having a comfort blanket, as it were, to know, because my spider sense kicks in, and is it because I'm stressed, or is it because my levels are getting low, and knowing that, and also be proud of being a diabetic, because I went through a phase at the start of going to the toilet and thinking, okay, I've got to lift up my shirt because I don't want to get blood on it, and people won't notice and what they're going to think of me. You just realise that I just get on with it now, and after checking with the diabetes specialist, I just inject on my leg, go round in a circle on my leg. They always say in your tummy, and I was thinking, so I wear a shirt, didn't want blood over the shirt, but also I didn't particularly like injecting into my stomach, so I just go around in a ring. So I don't hide in the toilets. I'm just there.
Do you tend to do a lot of the work by yourself and then present it to?
No, everything is as a team, and it's quite often as a global team. So I spend an awful lot of my day talking to people around the world, video conferencing to people around the world. So it's a real pleasure when I actually get a chance to meet somebody face to face, because it's most of the time it's kind of a voice on the end of the phone.
So do you have what I was getting to is, do you have a team of people that are educated on your diabetes, or do you feel like you should maybe, I don't know, teach them about it? Do you speak about it enough? I know some people they don't like it to define them as a person.
I would say that I do, because being quite open in injecting or having my pen, I just have it on my desk, it's not hidden away. It's a conversation that's come up with a number of people. I do have a team. They're well versed. I explain. I love to talk about it.
Have you ever been sort of in the scenario where you might be in a important meeting, or doing a big deal with a big client or whatever, and you start sort of drifting off a little bit? Is that?
Of course, yeah. I mean, having a hypo for me it's a fairly regular occurrence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you tend to go low more than?
Well, the specialists I work with, they're comfortable if I'm having a hypo, say, every 3 or 4 weeks. If I'm never having a hypo, typically my levels are too high all the time. It's unusual for me to have a hypo in the middle of the day. Typically it's kind of like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just how it is for me. But if I'm in a stressful meeting, in a stressful environment, it's happened. But I need to put my health first. And so I don't care who it is. Seriously. If I'm going into a hypo, because I'm no use to that.
Yeah.
And so I just...
It's not a pride thing, it's just like, this is what it is.
I just explain it. I mean, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I just explain it. And what you find is that people are the most helpful in that scenario. They're kind of, quick, get him some sugar, run around. And I'm like, it's fine. I just need like a sweet cup of tea or something, or some orange juice.
I think because people aren't necessarily educated on diabetes,
panic.
It's like instant red alert.
I've never had a really bad hypo, but I think I've got the support.
It's pretty good in 15 years.
In work.
In work.
Yeah, no, I've had bad hypos.
Oh, right.
We all do.
Yeah, exactly.
We all do.
Exactly.
But I feel as that by letting people know about it, if that occurred, that awareness, and I have the little thing in my wallet, and, by talking about it, people could help me.
So how do you deal with the sort of the lastminute.com aspect of your world? Like you said, if you have to pick up a business meeting and it's in Shanghai, and you're going tomorrow morning, how do you? Because whenever I go away, I have to have like all my supplies, like stocked up from the pharmacy. I have to call them early, and just the sort of sheer get up and go of what it is you might do or find yourself.
Well, my first priority is explaining it to my wife that I'm going to be away. And after I've done that, I think that, in this day and age with all of the electronic kind of prescription reordering, I'm pretty much stocked up all the time because everything's digital now. So I lost my pen on a trip to Barcelona.
I've lost countless.
And I just go straight on to, protein only. I'm not going to take in any carbs. I've got half a day to go.
Right.
I'll keep myself fit, and I try and self-balance, which I don't like doing.
No.
But it keeps me safe rather than just carrying on and eating what I would normally eat. If anything, diabetes helped me become more healthy. Yeah. Because I never used to have breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would eat something, just grab a sandwich or something for lunchtime. Yeah. And in the evening, I probably wouldn't eat at all because I'd just have a pizza that, work had given me or whatever. Now I have a breakfast. I have a similar kind of thing for breakfast each day. I know I need some, kind of fast acting and long acting carbs at lunch. And in the evening, I'll have a healthy meal. And that's not just to keep my diabetes kind of under control. It's a healthy life.
It is.
So if anything, it's kind of made me a health freak.
I was going to say, because I'd always say that diabetes has bettered me in terms of my knowledge of food.
I am not one of those people that, would do that naturally. So it's
No.
helped me. It's
Yeah.
helped me. And I mean, I'm not freakish about it. I'm not like, but it's just having a balanced, healthy diet. And that helps me with my diabetes.
Well, I think that's a really nice point to finish on. Thank you very much, Phil, for joining me. It's been a pleasure.
Been a pleasure.
We're going to go get involved with some business deals.
Yes, do some coding.
Do some coding. Fantastic, whatever that is.